Forest fires are a multifaceted and interdisciplinary topic. They are such a complex problem that understanding them requires knowledge in chemistry, physics, fluid mechanics, ecology, botany, meteorology, and so many other disciplines. The most critical discipline, however, escapes most fire scientists because it is the hardest one to quantify. Let's play a game. I will light up this tea light over here, and the objective of the game is for you to turn this hourglass around so that this finishes at the same time as this extinguishes. Do you think you can do that accurately? Any sane person will say that this is just a game of chance. You have no idea how long this will take to finish, and you have no idea how long it will take for the candlelight to extinguish. You cannot take an informed decision without all the numbers, so how would you ever play this game? Based on the game we just played, consider this. Let's say you are the head of emergency services and there is a fire going on. To take any informed decision, you really need to know how long a fire will take to arrive to an area and how long an evacuation is going to take for that area. The problem is, we have many ways of calculating how long the fire will take to arrive, but we have very few ways to know how long an area will take to evacuate. And you really need to know both, because if you get any of those points wrong, people might get hurt. This is what happened in 2018 in Mati, near my home of Athens, Greece. This is a photo I took 3 years after the fire. You can clearly see the imprint of the fire, since the areas there used to be as green and luscious as the area surrounding it. What happened on the day is the fire started on this hill, and because of the weather conditions, it raced towards the sea. It reached the sea within an hour, with the first front, and the second front reached the sea an hour after that. Within the span of 5 hours, 100 people died, and many more houses were completely destroyed. Now, why did this happen? This happened because authorities underestimated the speed of the fire, and thus sent very few resources to deal with it. But more importantly, they wildly underestimated how long it would take to evacuate this area. You see, this area is inhabited by retirees, either of low mobility or people who built this area up in the 70s. They very much underestimated how stubborn the people would be, and decided to stay and defend their home even if they didn't have the means to do so. They also underestimated how many people of low mobility would be there, and how the roads would be impacted by the fire. This is why it is so important to include psychology and human behavior when researching forest fires. It is critically important to understand how people behave during a forest fire, so we can quantify their behavior, so we can take more informed and accurate decisions. We've seen what happens when we neglect psychology from forest fires. Let's make sure it never happens again.